Hi, my name is Lisa Cruz and this is The Deeper Rock. In church last Sunday we talked about why didn't God answer my prayer? And that is a question that every Christian, one time or another, ask themselves. Why didn't God answer my prayer? Sometimes you go through things in life that are just challenging. I've had times in my life where it just seems like there's never ending bad things that happen, and you just pray and you believe, and still things are not happening the way I want them to, and it just seems like everything is falling apart. And people then sometimes will try to tell you that you just don't have enough faith, you're just not praying enough, but that's really not where it's at, because sometimes God allows bad things to happen to us. And you go to the Bible and you read the book of Job, and it talks about that Satan stood before God asking to do things to Job's life to really test Job and see if because Satan would say to God, oh, Job is just serving you because everything is so good in his life. And God was all, I think he's going to serve me regardless. And he allows Satan to make bad things happen. And the same thing you can find in Luke, it's chapter 22, verse 31 and 32. Jesus says to Simon Peter, his disciple, "Simon, Simon, Satan has asked to sift you as wheat. But I have prayed for you, Simon, that your faith may not fail. And when you have turned back, strengthen your brothers." There's a couple of things here that I find really encouraging when I'm walking through something that's difficult. Number one, Satan had to ask permission. God is not going to let anything happen to you. He knows what's going on. And Satan had to ask permission. And when, as a result of being in this world, bad things happen. But the thing is, then Jesus prays for us. He intercedes and prays that we are going to be able to stand strong and keep our faith. We have the best person in the universe on our side to stand with us. And then the third thing that I see is too that there is a purpose in it all. He prays that Peter will keep his faith, that his faith will stand strong, but then also that he will, when he comes back from after his trial, that he will come back and strengthen his brothers. And that's where I think God can really make lemons into lemonade. He can make bad things kind of turn into something good. What Satan intended for evil in your life and for things to go bad, God can turn around and make it into something good, even though that's hard to see when you're in the middle of it. But Romans 8:28 says, "We know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose." So when you love God, he will work everything out into something good. And sometimes that good is making us more like him, and for a way for his name to be glorified. And that's what I pray, when I'm walking through something difficult, that somehow God will be glorified, that I will not fail him, and that somehow at the end of it all, that I can be stronger and that I can be an encouragement to others and strengthen the ones around me. I think that one of the most encouraging things I ever experience is when I hear someone that has endured something really difficult and how they got through it and how they, came out on the other side real strong. I find that so encouraging, and they didn't give up. It just gives you some hope, like if you suffer and go through tough things. So I just want to tell you, be encouraged. God loves you. Although things are tough, He has ultimate control, and He wants the best for your life. And I hope to see you in church on Sunday.